I recently discovered this cute sweet cafe near me that was started by two sisters who loved baking, and they started selling these handmade desserts online. And they were so successful that the following year they decided to open a storefront cafe, and they sell these very fancy desserts behind glass cases so you can see them first. So I went there to meet with another memoir author friend of mine, who's working on her next book. And in a way, the backdrop served as this insulation for us for what we were talking about. You know, our stories are rooted in survival and overcoming adversity and surviving trauma. And with this acknowledgement that that requires sharing very difficult stories or even stories that you may think are unspeakable. You know, there are the moments that we do share, we can share, like taking selfies of you and your friend in a cute cafe having cinnamon buns and mousse cakes. But what about the moments that we can't share? How do we share our stories that are not so palatable that include things like abuse or trauma? And I asked her, like, how do you find the courage to share the truth of your story? And she said that somewhere in the process of writing, she realized it occurred to me it wasn't about me. It wasn't just about me anymore, right? It's not about you. And because at a certain point, you know, your story, when you're sharing your story, it stops being so much about just your exposure and it starts becoming someone else's permission. And I thought about that, you know, when you share your story becomes a mirror for someone else. It's for those who cannot yet speak, for those who need to see. It's for those who need your bravery and your transformation to catalyze theirs. So when she said that, I knew it immediately that it was something that I was going to hold on to. Because I too sometimes wonder, you know, how I will share the stories that I want to share, but I'm afraid to share. So in those moments, I feel this hesitation rise of, can I really say this? And maybe you felt that too. That tension between the truth of what you've lived and what you're willing or ready to share. And so if that's you, I hope that you can hold on to this too on your journey as a form of permission almost when you waver over what you want to share when you're telling your story. And just remembering that at a certain point, it might not just be about you anymore. And hopefully that can give you the bravery and the courage that you need to keep going. So yeah, that was our reflection. And you know, we may just conceptualize something later on this year that's more substantive to help people feel held as they tell their stories. So I would love to hear from you what sort of struggles and obstacles you face with this. As always, feel free to leave a comment or drop me a DM. And in the meantime, if you felt something stir in you as you were watching this, you may want to check out my masterclass called Before the Aftermath. It's a very powerful transmission that I did about the part of the process of storytelling that no one really prepares you for. And that is, you know, how to build self-trust as you share your story and work with your fears rather than instead of them, against them rather, and how to create a sense of safety as you write, safety in the body as you write. And most importantly, how to stand steady in the face of whatever comes after you've shared your story, whatever the aftermath is. So you can access that recording for free below. There's a link below, and begin gently to make the space that you need for your story to be held.